sicher. Weiter zum nächsten Ziel.
Hello. I realise that this channel has been active for a year now, and I haven't actually published a standard battle report for Bolt Action or Konflikt 47. So today's battle report will be the first of hopefully many such presentations. Don't worry, more cinematic battle reports are in the works. However, it's just little old me pulling all the levers, so these things do take time to complete. I thank you for your patience. Today's game pits the paratroopers of the 101st US Airborne against the mechanical and artificially animated casualties of the German Heer in a nameless Norman village in France. Starting with the German forces, who will be commanded by Simo, we have one regular lieutenant, one veteran medic, a regular sniper team, a regular MMG team, a regular medium mortar team with a spotter, two regular 10-man grenadier squads, including two LMGs, an SMG-equipped NCO, and a rifle grenade each. Two 20-man squads of fearless, horror-inducing totenkorps to stink up the battlefield. And one regular flame-spewing, armed with a light vehicle flamethrower and a light AT gun. Unlike its scouting counterpart, this variant doesn't have the recce ability, but it also isn't open-topped, making this damage value 7 light walker a little bit more durable. For the US Airborne, we have one veteran first lieutenant, a veteran medic, a regular Air Force forward observer, a regular 4-man HMG team, a regular medium mortar team with a spotter, a light artillery piece with a regular crew, two veteran 8-man paratrooper squads, each equipped with Garens, one BAR, and an SMG toting sergeant. One veteran 10-man paratrooper squad outfitted with one LMG team, and an SMG-equipped NCO. And the platoon's crown jewel, a veteran 10-man squad of jump pack Firefly paratroopers equipped with SMGs, two BARs, and a flamethrower team. The scenario we'll be playing today is Jump to Action, right out of the 2023 Bolt Action Alliance mission pack. To summarize, the table is divided into 4 quarters and 5 objective markers are placed, one bang in the middle and the rest 12 inches from each table edge in a cross-like formation. One player claims a quadrant and sets up to half his force within that area, and then the other player does likewise. The middle objective is worth 2 points, as is the rival player's farmost objective, while the remaining 2 objectives are worth 1 point each. These points are awarded at the end of the game. Finally, for every 3 enemy order dice knocked out, a player receives 1 point as well. German reserves consist of the medic and one of the grenadier squads, while the remaining totenkorps, grenadier squad and officer are outflanking, and so don't come in until at least turn 3. US reserves include the lieutenant, the 8-man squad, and the 10-man Firefly squad is outflanking. The Axis units set up on the battlefield include the totenkorps near the objective by the statue, the mortar spotter on the top floor of the manor house, and the sniper team is situated directly on the floor below. The MMG team is camped in the grove, and the walker stands by next to the haystack. Also tucked away behind the tall hedges is the mortar team, but it seems that I forgot to take a snap of them. Whoops. The allied units set up on the battlefield include the HMG team nestled up against the hedgerow, the paratrooper squad, medic and artillery leaning up against the bocage by the townhouses. The mortar team is just behind them, surrounded by low stone walls, while in the houses themselves are the forward observer and mortar spotter. All set-up units on both sides are hidden, by the way. One more thing, before we get into the battle proper, is a quick summary of the terrain pieces on the table and their associated rules. So I've got intact buildings. We've got that big old mansion over there, and a couple of townhouses over here. So those just count as buildings. We have this garden patch over here. Doesn't provide any cover other than that rock, if you can get people behind it. But it does count as rough ground, which means you can't run over it, you can't push artillery over it, and wheeled vehicles can't enter it. Next we've got these small little hedges. That's just soft cover that you can hop over with infantry. Then we've got these stands of trees. So that counts as rough ground, but also it blocks line of sight unless you get a unit into it, in which case then they can shoot out and be shot at. We have these patches of long grass and also these hay fields that have been clipped short. Both essentially provide soft cover, but only if you're the unit standing on it has no order or has an ambush order or a down order. So if he's running over it, advancing over it, or firing, then you won't get any cover. That's to essentially emulate the fact that you're keeping low, you're not moving, giving yourself away, so it just obscures your position, giving you that soft cover. The tractor counts as soft cover as well, and potentially blocking line of sight with small units. So of course we've got the bocage, that blocks line of sight, unless of course you get units up against it, in which case it's just like the wood stands. Then we've got these hedges, it's the same as these small ones over here. Same deal, just soft cover. These hay piles, soft cover as well. Also block line of sight if you got a small enough unit behind it. I think that's it for terrain. This counts as a building as well. Just a shed for the tractor. Well, it's got that.
So that counts as a window, does it? The door? I
Yeah.
see doors and windows.
So the entrance counts as an opening.
Okay.
And there's windows on this side.
Ah, right.
And back here.
Okay, it's just the one wall from my perspective where there's no...
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
On with the game. Top of turn 1, got all the dice correctly chucked into the bag. And who goes first? Well, let's find out. It is the Germans. All right, so kicking off the battle, Simo will employ the eyes of his mortar spotter, who's up here, to fire upon my artillery piece, the light artillery there. So if you want to do the honors of rolling the first die, well, almost. Need that 6 though. Okay, so as per the rules, because he's calling in a indirect shot at a hidden unit, such as this piece of artillery here, it doesn't actually count down. So normally if it wasn't hidden, the next shot from the mortar at the same target would be a 5+, 4+, and so on. But because he's hidden, he can only ever hit on a 6+, unless for some reason he becomes unhidden. So the next die is the Americans. And the Americans are going to respond to the mortar bombardment with their own, as I do have a spotter up here who can see the building all the way over there. So he's just going to call in the thunder on that building. All right, so American medium mortar needing a 6. Nope.
I do realize that at this point I forgot to use the US Army special rule of plentiful supply, which lets me re-roll 1s when using team weapons. I do, however, remember to use it in the future, so...
Next die is the Yanks. So the Americans decide to place their HMG team on ambush, as they have a line of fire on that mech, should he decide. I mean, I could open fire at it, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to put him on ambush. I think that's the safer option. All right, next die is the Germans.
Yeah.
So the German sniper is on the first floor. He's going to take a shot at the machine gun team that just set up an ambush.
Looking for a 3+, yeah?
Yep. Yep, so that's a hit. So at the very least, he's got a pin, and that is his hidden status removed. And these guys, unfortunately for me, are just regular. So you need a 4+, and they're gone. They're gone. Bam. First casualty of the battle.
Was that the whole team gone?
Yeah. Okay, next die.
Wunderbar.
America. So the US medic is just going to keep low and receive an order to stay down. Next die. USA.
just put these guys here on ambush as well. The Germans. So Simo has decided to put his MMG team on ambush. Next die. Germans again.
Indeed.
So they're just ambush.
They're just milling around.
So you might as well put them on down because they can't actually...
They literally can't ambush.
Yeah,
so
they're
it is
just going
down.
to throw limbs and spare body parts at people running in. Okay, next die is USA again.
USA.
So I've got to make a decision. Do I want to move this guy out of the blast zone? He still has to get a 6 again, so I'm going to take that risk. And I do have a line of fire on that machine gun team because I'm trying to juggle two things at once. Where are we? Okay, so yeah, can see them. They're hidden, of course. So I have an opportunity to do indirect fire, but until they're unhidden,
Only on
I
sixes.
only hit on a 6. But that is actually better, even then, because if I do a direct fire shot, you'll get the cover and all the rest of it. The minimum range is 24, so yep, it's fine. So I'm going to do an indirect shot, because it's the difference between a 1 in 6 chance to hit or a 1 in 36 chance, because it'll be a super 6 otherwise. So here goes. Ah, damn it, it's not a team weapon. Okay, next die is the Germans.
The Germans. So that's like he's not going to move and he's not going to shoot. He's basically going to go down, but he can't. But he's going to ambush because there's maybe, I don't know, maybe you'll run that guy out of the building.
Yeah.
Into the open somehow.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. Pretty boring move.
All right, so last die is mine.
Last dive.
And it's just that guy, the air observer.
Strike.
Yeah, the hell with it. I'm going to call it in. So putting that guy on fire.
Ah, and unhidden.
Yep, so he's no longer hidden.
Interesting.
Calling in an airstrike. So we get all the coloured smoke here.
Smoky.
It's technically not on him, it'll be on the sniper on the middle floor. That's it for turn 1.
Excellente.
Okay, so top of turn 2, before anything is done, we do have a little matter of seeing whether the airstrike comes in on the sniper here.
Oh, Jesus.
So what I do is I'll roll them bones, well, 1 die. And if I get a 4+, it comes in. Hey, it comes in. And next up, I will roll to see what kind of airplane comes zooming in. Number 1, yeah, it's the crappy one. This is what I was saying. I was hoping for the big bomber, but it's not. It's just a crappy fighter. Okay, so the warplane type that I rolled up is merely a strafing fighter. So the target takes a pin. Infantry, artillery, and soft-skin vehicles suffer 2d6 hits with a +2 pen value. Okay. Simo has wisely decided to go down in the building with his sniper team. And so that means that you only take half the hits I roll up. So I will roll now. So 6, so that's only 3 hits. 3+ to wound. Yep, so they're wiped out.
Yep.
Bam, bam, bam.
Easy peasy.
So that sniper cost a lot to get rid of. So that's 1 each. You took out my MG team and I took out your sniper team, which is good. That sniper, you know, depends on how you roll in the day. It can be a real menace or it can be just a waste of 50 points.
Yeah.
Because I'm the US, that guy has another airstrike up his sleeve. But yeah, so that's resolved and it's the top of turn 2. The first die goes to... So I'm guessing you're leaving that MG team on ambush?
Yep, just left
cool.
the ambush there. I don't think they could do anything better.
No worries.
Yep.
All right, so Germans.
See, Germans.
So I've left them on ambush as well, that team of 8.
Outstanding. So I'm going to do a repeat of last time and fire off a mortar shell at your artillery.
Yep. But I'm going to chance it because you still need a 6.
Yeah.
Now that he is exposed, that will start counting down if you miss.
Down here?
Yeah, just roll there. Nope. Okay. So that will go down to 5.
Germans again.
Just put the zombies down for now.
Okay, so these zombies over here are just gonna loiter and stink up the joint. And then next is the US.
USA.
I do have reserves to bring on, so I might as well start doing that. Which one do I bring on first?
Oh yeah, you can bring in reserves. Sorry.
Yeah.
Would I be able to try and do that?
Instead of the zombies?
Putting the zombies
Yeah,
down?
certainly. Yep.
Cool. Because that's a nothing.
Exactly, that's a nothing.
I would like to try and bring in squad.
And so unlike your setup, you can bring them anywhere from your table edge. Doesn't have to just be in the quadrant.
So I'm trying to bring in squad in the corner.
Yep. So that'll be 8 or less. Hey, on the money. So the first of the 2 German grenadier squads start to hustle onto the battlefield. So just as a reminder, you've got a couple of machine gunners and a rifle grenadier. Now the rifle grenadier can't use his normal rifle, I believe. If I'm incorrect, tell me in the comments. But you can do something that's really good if there's lots of targets. Normally, remember, in this game, you can only target one thing with a squad. So they all have to shoot at the same target. But if you have a mixed unit like this with an indirect fire weapon, such as the rifle grenade, that rifle grenade can shoot at a different target. Its range is only 18 inches, so that's the length of one of those slappies. And it does have a minimum range as well of 6. But if it does get a hit, it does a 1-inch HE blast.
I already know 18 inches is out of range.
Yep.
32
But
on
you've got
the machine gun?
Yeah, you got machine gunners, so they got range of 36.
36?
Yeah, and everyone else is 24.
Everyone else is 24 except for these guys with the bags. And that guy with the SMG. Alright, cool.
So they're going to open fire, I guess, at the
So
artillery?
like, yeah, advance and then shoot. And then, yeah, at the artillery.
Okay.
So it's out of 18, but that
But definitely
looks like,
within 24.
yeah. What we do is we line up with this corner here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
But we want to line it up with 50% of the squad.
Yeah, so you always shoot the nearest target in a unit.
And so, like,
So I would say, yeah, he doesn't get cover.
are you happy with that?
Yeah, yeah,
It's like slightly less than 50%.
Yeah.
It would be, it's kind of nitpicky, but...
No, I definitely, if I was in your position, I would make that claim too. So yeah, it'll just be range then and movement. So that'll be 5s. I could go down. I'm going to risk it though. I do have a medic nearby. Okay, so that'll be 10 shots for the 2 MGs. And then you've got 4 rifles. So 14 shots all up. So
Right.
needing 5s. Maybe I should go down. This is pretty scary.
You've seen how I roll.
Oh, I know, but still.
Even with this amount.
Because these guys are regulars, I'm pretty sure, of mine. Hang on, before you roll, I'm just going to check my list. So yeah, conferring with my roster, yes indeed, this artillery crew are only regular. And 14 shots at 5+ to hit, that's probably going to be on average, what, 4 or 5 actual hits. Probably
Maybe
2
one of them will
kills. And then 2 kills means, so I'm just going to go down.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to do that. The artillery could be very, very useful for that flaming spider.
Yep, so that becomes a Super 6 now.
Oh, so 6s and 6s?
Yep.
To hit?
Yep, to hit. You also pin them down, which is good for your mortar.
So we've got 2
That's
6s.
2 potentials.
Looking for 6s.
Oh, almost.
Not ace.
One ricocheted past one of their helmets. So yeah, I've made a decision. It's my activation next. So I will activate the mortar. I'll change targets. And I will attack these guys that just ran on because they can't go down in case I do get that lucky 6. But if I do roll a 1, I've got that US rule. Oh, almost. Next die goes to the Germans.
This is Germans. I am going to try and bring on my reserve.
Oh no,
So
it's
it's
your
just the medic.
Yeah, okay. So everyone else is an outflank.
So under 8 for the medic, or is it under?
He's
7?
veteran.
Oh, really?
So yeah, it's 9 or less.
9.
Exactly. Yeah, you got it.
Killer.
So the German medic has run forward and he is where he needs to be to not protect, but rather patch up his mates that have just run on
Holding
and
the rear.
giving this artillery crew the scare of their lives. So Germans again.
Yeah.
All right, so what Simo's done is put his officer down because he's outflanking, so he's busy scooching up and closer to enemy lines. Oh, it's the US. Okay. Anyway, yep, so I'll make a check for, let's say my 10-man squad with the LMG. So they do have the special US rule of communications network or whatever it's called. So they need a 10 or less. Yep, quite easily. So they make it on. So anywhere on my table edge. All right, so my 10-man squad with the LMG are gonna make their entrance. Move 6 inches like so. And then they're gonna open fire at that MMG team.
Yeah.
And the MMG team, because it's facing the wrong way, can't actually get a shot.
Nope.
With his ambush, which I will display shortly. So as I was saying, there's a 90-degree arc with his field of fire, and if I zoom out a little bit, these guys are all the way over here, so unfortunately he can't spring the ambush. I, however, will open fire. Right, so after doing some measurement, unfortunately, of these 10 boys, only the LMG and 1 rifleman here actually are in range to take a shot at the hidden team here. So it'll be -1 for range. Movement doesn't count.
It'll be 6s, mate.
It might be worse because he's hidden and he's in soft cover. So normally soft cover gives you -1 to hit, but if you're hidden, it's -4, I believe.
Oh, damn.
All right, well, regardless of what the penalty is, even if it's -3, which would be the bare minimum, it's still going to be a Super 6 to hit. So here we go, needing Super 6s with 5 shots. Nah, nothing.
Oh, wow.
So the next die is, USA again. So it'll just be another reserve coming in. And it'll be my last ground-born airborne, if that makes sense.
Ground-borne.
Squad, because they don't have jetpacks. Okay, so that'll be a 10. Okay, an 8 would work. So this is an 8-man airborne squad with a BAR. They're actually just gonna run. So that'll be 12. And actually, maybe not. Oh no, I should go the full bore. Yeah, why not? Like so. Keep that BAR up the front.
He was just a rookie trooper and he surely shook with pride. He checked all his equipment and made sure his pack was tight. He had to sit and listen.
But I say, I enjoy these smaller teams, apart from the zombies, obviously, which is just a big pile of shit. But the Russians, man, it's just like every single fucking... All right, I'm just going to move these 18.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
So these lads fanged it towards that objective there. Only worth 1 though, but you know, it's something. So next die is the Germans.
Das Germans.
So just going to put another dude outflanking down, or you're going to activate someone?
Give me 3 seconds and I'll figure it out.
Yep, no worries.
Okay, I'm going to move the zombies.
Ooh, okay.
They can't move very far.
I have an idea of what you're going to do.
Yeah, they're basically just going to go.
Hands across France.
See if I can just do
Hey, get
this.
it? Hans across France.
Will it do what I want? No. It's too much grip on the bottom. I'm just going to have to lift them up. I was hoping to just like slide them through.
Ah, yep. Yeah, that's all exactly. It's like grip tape.
Yeah, it's like sandpaper.
Sandpaper. Faux gravel.
Faux gravel. And they can advance and hide. I don't think it really matters.
Nah, it's not Mordheim. So their hidden status has disappeared, but they're basically hidden.
Okay.
Well, they're better than actual hidden, because they're hidden as in behind
Like
line of sight
completely
lock and
fucking
stuff.
hidden.
Yeah.
I'm not going to figure it out.
Yep, so that's where they are.
Yep.
And it's the Germans again. So it's the second zombie squad.
Yeah, back up, zombies.
Totenkorps. That's me.
And I have one more reserve to bring on, which will be my officer, needing a 10. Yep, quite easily. The US officer is going to make it from his table edge. Not quite close enough to where I want him to be, which is further up this way. I have a sneaking suspicion that that artillery crew will need his services. He's going to be here where he's relatively safe for now. Alright, that's him done. Right, so it's the US again, and I'm just simply going to put my Firefly squad down. Next die is the Germans.
Down!
So it's the second of the Grenadier squads. Next die is my last die. So forward observation officer is just going to go down. Well, my medic's just going to go down.
Like, I can't go down, so I'd go into ambush. Your guy's not going to move, so he's not going to shoot him. He's going to remain there.
Mind you, he's not claiming that objective because he's a vehicle.
Yeah, I figured that.
But I know he's in a good striking position when he needs to be unleashed. Okay, and that's the end of the turn then?
Yep.
Top of round 3. This is going to be the big one because, well, especially Simo, he has a whole bunch of stuff outflanking. I have one squad that's outflanking. And we have, USA taking the initiative. Well, I got to do something, obviously, with these guys, the artillery crew, because if they don't get nuked by the mortar, they'll get zapped by these guys, and I don't want to just keep hitting the dirt. So I'm going to have to probably either move them or just return fire.
Return fire!
Let me think about this for a sec. So as much as it pains me, I'm not going to be able to use that artillery piece offensively. It's going to have to withdraw. It'll get rid of this because it will move more than 2. So the mortar will have to either start again or pick a new target. And yeah, he's just going to recede deeper into cover. Now, if you could...
Oh, so he's actually in cover, that's right. He wasn't in cover before.
Yeah, that was the problem. He definitely will be now.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Though, just to be extra safe...
There'll be a smidge of him poking out.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, he's...
But, like, that's fine.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, that'll be an advance. So the next order die is the US paratroopers once more. And I'm just going to, use my mortar to keep firing at that squad over there. Question is, are they going down? I need a 5 or a 6. If they go down, they take half hits. And it's using a 2-inch template. Thing is, if they go down, obviously they're stuck there for this turn and they don't do anything else.
And they're veterans, are they?
No, they're just regulars.
Regulars? So
Yep.
4 pluses or 2 pluses?
It'll be 2 pluses. Mm.
They will not.
Okay. So they're going to stay on their feet. Here we go. It's a 1. But I do have the US thing. So they re-roll because they've got plentiful supply or whatever it's called.
Just keep having to go.
So you only get 1 re-roll of a 1.
Figured, yeah.
But
Otherwise it'd be a bit broken, but...
no. Damn it. So USA again. I think I'm just going to keep pushing forward with these chaps here. So my paratrooper squad with the LMG will hop over the bocage. Moving 6 with an advance.
He was just a rookie trooper and he surely shook with pride. He checked all his equipment and made sure his pack was tight. He had to sit and listen to those awful engines roar. You ain't gonna jump no more.
Let's get the old laser line painter. Because if he turns around, he's got to shoot the nearest dude. If you shoot back at me, that tractor's going to provide soft cover to them.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Because like half of them are covered. And because you already have soft cover, it doesn't stack, so it doesn't affect me too much.
Yeah.
Cool. So
Alrighty.
yeah, they're going to move and open fire.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Fun times.
It'll be Super 6s again,
Outstanding.
because he's still hidden.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Still long range, still...
Long
yeah.
range movement, soft cover.
Doesn't even need to go down.
Hidden.
So he's snug as a bug. So that'll be...
But you got more shots this time, so you might actually
do
get
I?
one.
Okay, so 11 shots, needing Super 6s. I'll just roll here. That's cocked. That's cocked. It's in camera though. Well, there's one chance. One chance. Come on, magic number 6. Nah, nothing. So it'll be the second of the Grenadier squads. Just roll on that little thingy.
This little thingy.
Yeah, so needing an 8. Yep.
Handily.
Excellent. That side? Is that right? Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, okay. Interesting. Right, so rifle grenade needing a 6. Nope.
Bugger.
So we'll get a little explodey token here, like so.
I don't think they're going to
With
stay
one of
there.
those. Yeah, they probably won't, but you know, anything can happen.
1, 2, 3, 4,
And then
5.
you get 10 shots at
10
5
with
plus.
the LMG.
So 1, 2 hits.
Jesus Christ.
That is a pin. That's the first pin of the battle.
Nice.
Can you believe that?
Well, all of these
So
explosions.
that'll go there.
So 2 hits and then we're wounding on our 4 plus.
5, because they're
Fives.
vets. Yep. Nothing. Go the veterans.
And then we got 4s at 6s. Is that right?
Yeah, 4 shots at 6. No. Alright, and then 5s. Oh, geez, he's got a 6. So roll that again. Get another 6. It's an exceptional shot. No. So I get to choose. So it'll just be the rearmost rifleman here. And we have our,
First
well, I wouldn't say first
individual kill.
casualty, but yeah, first individual kill.
Yay!
Yeah.
Something.
Alright, things are starting to heat up. So next turn it is the Germans again. Whoa!
Sorry about that. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another shot at your moved artillery.
Cheeky monkey. Okay.
Yeah.
Another explodey token. Here we go, where you get the magic 6.
We will see.
Ah, it's cocked.
No.
Oh, Jesus.
Into
That skull. Always for like a split second, I'm like, oh no, he got it, but no, you got the ass backwards dice. I guess we're in Australia, everything's upside down.
Yep.
And it's the Germans again. So the first Grenadier squad, it's already on the battlefield, is going to leg it away from that zone that the Americans are trying to zero in on.
Can I change my decision for who I'm going to move?
Ah, yeah,
you okay
sure.
with that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, you haven't measured or anything, so that's fine. That's quite all right.
Cool. So that goes back. That's on a 4 still.
Yep. Okay, go for it. So zombies,
Zombie flanking.
totenkorps, they're fine. Squads of zombies pushing into Allied territory. Dirty, undead bastards. Alright, next die. Let's see if I can do something about that. Nope, change your mind. I'm not going to make an auto check for my outflanking Firefly troops. I'm just going to get my regular Airborne unit right here to shift and then just start lighting these zombies up. So, moving these chaps. So I removed their hidden token. So they're going to move as far forward as they can while still being able to shoot.
Glory, glory,
Okay, so that's them having moved. I guess
they're
I'll just
shooting.
quickly measure. Everyone will be in range. The BAR will be the only one in short. Even the SMG's in range.
Oh, wow, nice one.
I'll start with the rifles and the SMG. Shooting at the zombies. No movement penalty. -1 for range. -2 for shooting through that stone wall. So needing 6s.
Damn,
If you can believe that.
that's nuts.
Sucks. Oh, well, it is what it is. Yep, nothing.
Oh, really? From my angle, I can just see like 4 5s. It's like, wow.
I know. And now, watch me roll less than 5s.
2 BAR shots.
The BAR. Absolutely. Not even a... Well, they don't care
Not
about
even a
pins.
pin. But mate, that's how it's been all game. It's just
Yeah.
like nothing, or the entire thing has exploded.
So, moving on, we've got the US again. Okay, so US Airborne Lieutenant is just going to hop over here. And if I situate him there, he'll be within 6 of pretty much everyone he needs to be within 6 of in this little quadrant.
Yeah, good call.
I guess I'll just put my medic on down.
Yeah, fuck.
Next. You're not looking in that bag, are you?
No, I can't. Look, my arm's the size of the bag. It's not physically possible.
There we
it's
go,
one for me.
Germans. So it's the Germans,
The Germans.
activation at last. Oh, and you got your officer.
I'm gonna try and bring
you should
him
be
in.
drawing a ton of dice now.
I know. I should be. I should have drawn at least.
Are you bringing him in?
Yeah, I'm trying to bring in.
Okay, so make the roll for him. 10. Yeah, he doesn't come in because he's only a regular. He gives the +1 bonus to himself, but he gets
a
a
9.
-1 still.
Oh, right. So
So yeah, he needs 9. So that's fine. He's not
Oh, well.
super important, to be honest.
I didn't really have a need to bring him in. So it's me again,
Yes, it's the Germans once again.
and I can't try again, which is a bit of a shame. So what I might do is this.
Okay, so just putting the zombies here.
To move.
All right, so continuing on the zombies movement, the totenkorps will hop that hedge.
Okay, that's them moved.
Okay.
Put that there.
Okay, so next die,
You.
me. The time has come to move. I'm gonna move these guys. They're gonna push forward and start shooting at things.
Excellent.
So these troopers,
Is everybody happy? Cried the sergeant, looking up. Our hero feebly answered yes, and then they stood him up. He jumped into the icy blast, his static line and hook, and he ain't gonna jump no more.
all right, let's see some German dice, please.
Nah, I'd like to see one more.
I bet. Finally, all right, next die finally is a German one. All right, so German activation, and it will be this Grenadier squad here.
It's gone
You
now.
can do the medic thing where he follows up, but it's not really important at the moment.
No.
All right, that's them.
That's just that.
Cool.
Actually,
Next die.
I will do that.
Yeah, you're gonna use the medic. All right. So just put the dice on him and put him within 6. Cool.
Now we've
Next
got
die
the next
will
one.
be German, surely, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna fire with the MMG at your group over here.
Radio.
So they have to pivot.
Yep, so it counts as an advance.
Outstanding. Can they even do that? Because I thought they could move or shoot.
Well, yeah,
actual movement, like moving more, you know,
Oh,
than
okay.
a pivot just counts as an advance for
that purpose.
it's called a fixed weapon.
Okay, so I'm just gonna get everyone happy with this.
Yep.
So that's about.
Yep. That'll work.
So we do that. I just want to make sure that there's coverage along that line.
Mm-hmm.
Outstanding. Alrighty.
But it will be -1 for pivoting, -1 for long range, and -1, remember, from that tractor.
Yep.
So needing 6s.
It's 5 shots, is it?
6 for the Germans.
Just do it here in the gravel.
Sure. Roll away.
1.
Ah, you bastard.
So that's another pin. Is
Yep.
that right?
D2 pins.
D2 pins.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to do that now?
Yeah, do it now. Good.
2 pins.
Better that than a wound at 6. So that's 2 pins, that's still pretty good.
And so 5 plus to wound. Yes?
Yep. Oh no, yeah, 5, sorry. So no wound.
We're now at 3
So these
pins.
boys are up to 3 pins. So the US activation will be the Firefly squad in reserve, or technically outflanking. So they don't get that US bonus, I don't think, for outflanking, so it's still a -1. So needing a 9. Yep, they got it.
Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. Gory, gory, what a hell of a way to die. He ain't gonna jump no more.
Let's hope that I can roll semi-decently here. Because if I don't, I think I might be in big trouble. So onto the rolling. Yeah, 3+ for the flamethrower, 2+ for everyone else. So let's get the big one out of the way. And of course I roll a 2.
No flamming.
Let's see if he runs out of fuel. No, he's fine.
Gucci.
Anyway, these guys only need 2s. Look at all these 1s.
Did you get 1s?
3.
3 1s? I mean, you still got another dozen hits.
So that's good. So that's a bunch of hits. So now I'll roll to wound, which will be 3+. So 3 pluses to wound. Miss, 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 miss. Pretty shit house.
Not great, no.
Exceptional damage doesn't matter because there's no leader or anything. So you get to roll 2, 4, 6, 8 saves.
All right, well, just give me that handful of dice.
So 5+, and they save.
Alrighty.
Can you? I guess that's an awkward spot. Yep, do your best. So that's 1, 2. Not bad. So that's 2, 4, 6 killed after all that.
Outstanding. And I get to pick them.
Yeah, from the back line somehow.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how that happens.
Exactly.
6 dudes.
What's the pilot of this contraption going to do?
We're going to waffen some flamming.
Oh, no. Just going to start.
1 pivot. Move it over.
Mortimer Clankety britches.
Yep.
It's going to... That's definitely in range.
Oh, yeah. But I'll just measure anyway.
Time for some good old Simo rolling.
Tends to be the case. So let's have a go.
Because that's definitely no cover.
Or
You've got
not.
that going for you. Not that it matters because flamethrowers ignore it.
Yep.
So it'll just be movement, and is it within 6?
I don't think so. It's definitely within 12.
Yeah, so it's long range. Yeah. Now
Nope.
check to see if the fuel's run out. Come on. Oh.
Another 2.
Call an airstrike in with this fella right here against this primal threat against the Airborne's efforts. Yeah, top of turn 4. Beginning of the round, we've got the airstrike. Whoa! We've got the airstrike to resolve.
And an earthquake.
So needing a 4+. Nah, damn it.
And not
So
a
it's
1
delayed at
either.
least. It's not a 1 though. Oh, it's the Germans.
So many options, so many important things to do. Mortar. Same target. 5+.
Go for the mortar.
Go for the
All right,
mortar.
I'm going to risk it. I'm not going to go down.
We're at-
All right, so this is the German mortar needing a 5+. You got it.
That's it.
So it'll hit all 3 dudes.
Yeah.
So it'll be 2+ to wound.
2+ to wound.
Hey, 1 survived.
1 survived. 2 dead.
So also roll D3 pins, because then I have to roll for a morale check. Okay, so that's 1 pin at least. Okay, so that is now on 2+. And he's got 1 point of, I was going to say shock, but that's a different game. He's got 1 pin, but within 6 we've got the
leader.
So it's still a 9 or less.
That's
the
pretty
remaining
good.
dude, yep, these 2 will die. And he's left. Once there's only 1 crew member for the mortar, artillery piece rather, he can't move it at all, so it's stuck there. And he gets -1 to morale. So actually, yeah, that would have been an extra one, but he still made it with a 6.
Clearly made it.
And he gets -1 to shooting, because he doesn't have the full complement of crew. Okay, so who's next? Okay, well there's no point going down, because the flame just lands on them. I can't run away, because it's not a melee, well it's not an assault. And yeah, I can firefight back, but I won't even put a pin. So they're just basically sitting there with their thumbs up their asses. Okay, so this time you'll need a 4+. Ooh, 1. Roll again. Get another 1. Yeah, he's out of gas.
No flamming. No more flamming.
So surprise, surprise, 3rd die for the turn is German again, as I had foretold. I should get into the fortune-telling business.
Right, now, who do they shoot?
Medic. Your medic.
They're not Russian, come on. So yeah, they're going to open fire on that squad.
So, having said that, so that's locked in?
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to measure it up, and so...
But before you measure, is it locked in? Because I've got options of...
going down and
yeah,
doing whatever.
Yep.
And I'm just trying to think. I think they're probably the closest, so I'll be able to get some shots on.
Mm-hmm.
But I might want to use the LMGs to shoot those fucking fly guys over there.
Well, you have to shoot with everything at 1 target, remember?
What I'm going to do
the only
is
thing
I'm going to try and shoot them with the LMGs, and I'm going to see if those guys are in range for the grenade rifle.
Okay. Yep, that's legit. All right, so...
Grenade rifle's easy.
So what I'm going to do is do a firefight. So it means simultaneously, these guys will shoot back. But first of all, I got to make a order check, because they have no pins, it'll be a 10. Yep, so they're fine.
Easy peasy.
So we can resolve all of your stuff first. It's simultaneous, but yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, easily within 20, so I can do it. That's all good.
Yeah. So, grenade rifle pop.
Yep, needing a 6. Oh, almost 36 for LMGs.
Easy peasy.
Yep. To be super 6s, because it'll be long range, movement, and hard cover.
That's not within 24. Ooh, just out of range. Maybe 1. But
That guy there, yeah.
that guy, because it's straight on that guy there. He's
Super
like
6
just in
for
range.
all of them. So that'll be, what, 11 shots? Oh, wow.
Okay. I needed all of these dice before, so that's 4 attempts.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, just have to do that again.
Yeah, we'll see.
Come on, ones. Yeah, nice. Okay, nothing. Not even a pin.
Nope.
Sweet. Okay, so returning fire. These chaps over here are going to fire at those chaps over there. And they get a total of 8 shots. So it'll be just basically -3, because it's -2 for cover, -1 for range. Yeah. So needing 6s. Yeah.
Nothing.
I will get a pin, as I was saying, because of horror. And also, normally I would attack first in melee, because I'm in cover, but horror also gets rid of that.
Oh, okay.
So I'm better off probably
right?
shooting first and then just you doing your worst. Because if I hit with the flamethrower again, that could take out a sizable chunk before you do anything. So I'm going to do that. So I'll do the flamethrower first. It'll be just 2+. Just. Well, with 1 to spare, I guess. All right, D6 hits. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm
6
talking
hits.
about. All right, so this will wound at 2+, basically. No saves, because it's
Yeah,
+2.
because it's flamins.
there's still 2 fucking nothings. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4 gone. And then I got
all of the guns.
All of the guns. So that'll be 2 BARs, that's 4. Also shooting at 2+, or hitting at 2+. Oh yeah, that one's cocked.
Yeah. Would have been the only miss.
Yeah, so they all hit. Oh, sorry. That up. Because they got a pin on them.
So it's 3 pluses to hit.
Yeah. Okay, so a bit of a mishap. I forgot that they had a pin, even though I just put it there like a second ago, which meant that all of their shots would have been at -1 due to the horror. So, big news, the flamethrower actually missed by 1. But, luckily, all the small arms fire hit bar 1. So that's still 15 hits. So now it's time to roll wounds. So BARs and SMGs needing 3 pluses to wound. Yeah.
Fucking Jesus.
There we go. To make those saves.
It's a 5+, isn't it?
5+.
2. 2 saves.
Yep. If only I'd conveniently forgotten about the pins. Yeah, you get to move them all up.
Yay!
Moving on up.
Moving on up.
Time to eat brains. Nothing can stop me. Okay, so if you can beat 5 kills, then I survive, and we go to again. I can choose, the winner gets to choose whether he wants to continue or break off.
I need 5 pluses.
Well, 6 kills, I guess.
Yeah, I need to get 6, but...
Oh, God. Did you get it?
I got 5.
5. So that's a draw? So roll those 6s again. No, so I get to choose. So that was 5 kills?
Yep.
Alright, so I'll get rid of that guy, that guy. Oh, wait. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Maybe I won't. I'll get rid of the BAR guys because they don't get the assault thing, whereas these guys do. So for future rounds, the SMG guys, if I get a kill, I get a kill again.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Maybe f*** off the flamethrower, to be honest. And his loader.
They've worfed their last flammen.
Because, yeah, fuck them. And then I'll get rid of that guy. And
Is
so
that
that's
half your squad?
That's half my squad. Alright, so I guess I'll make a check with a -1. Yeah, they run away.
Doesn't matter, that's a fucking 11.
Wow.
Holy shit.
So there's more to come because you won the battle, so you can now consolidate, which means you can move in bolt action. It's you roll a d6. In this, you just move your advance pace, so you can move another 4 inches.
4 inches.
Yep.
Alrighty, next up is me again.
Okay, so starting with the rifle grenade.
It's always 6+, right? Because it acts
Or to
like
start
a
with
mortar.
6, yeah.
So, like, if it was short range, it wouldn't matter, is what I'm saying.
That's right. Well, if it was 6 inches or less away, then yeah, it would just, you can't shoot it.
It's a 5 again.
Yep,
Stays
just
there.
leave it on that.
So we'll do the 10 shots LMGs first. So they moved, but short range, and there's cover. So just -1 for the cover. Is that right?
Yeah, so it'll be -1 for movement. That's hard cover, yeah.
And 50%.
And shooting that, I'd say there'd be 50% in that line of fire. Like it'd be like these 3 that wouldn't be there.
So we're looking at 6s.
Yep, 6s. Unless I just decide to go down, which I don't think I will.
That's cocked.
So
So 2.
a couple there. So there should be 4.
I just want to check this SMG guy. So he also goes. So 2 for the SMG.
So he's long range, hard cover. So he needs
SMG.
6s as well. Yep, because he doesn't get movement penalty.
And the rifles are Super 6.
That'll be Super 6. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
roll 2 for the SMG, needing 6.
Okay, so that's 3 hits so far.
Yep.
And then 4 riflemen.
Yep.
Super sixes. 1 6. No. And 5 pluses. That's 1 wound, 1 potential super wound.
Yeah.
Does that cock to you?
I don't know. It's a 6.
Excellent shot.
So the rule is if you can balance a dice on top of it and it doesn't slide off, then it counts.
So it was on there. He was even.
Yeah, it was barely. Yeah, exactly.
So
you get to choose
2
one.
wounds, and I get to choose 1.
Yep.
And I take out your NCO, obviously.
Yep.
Where is he? That one?
Yeah, the pointy guy.
Pointy guy. Here you are.
Cool.
And then you pick the next.
I'll just get rid of one of these goobs.
We'll see how they go, because they're down in NCO.
So yet another German die.
They're zombies. What the fuck, man?
That's another German die.
I'm going to try and bring in this guy.
Yeah, alright, so the German officer trying to come in.
Yep.
Yep, he's in.
I'm going to move him all the way up there.
So yep, German officer comes up the right flank. Alright, so now it is time for the US to act. Well, I'm just going to do as much damage to these zombies as I can. So I'm going to pivot this artillery piece.
Nice.
Oh wait, it's got a pin. Oops. So I got to make a check first. I do have my officer within 6. I'll just roll here. 8. Yep, that's enough. Yeah, they are.
So that's a 9.
So yeah, he failed. Go the horror. It's actually paying dividends. So scratch that. He'll just go down instead. I'm going to lob a mortar shot at that crew there now that they can't move.
That's what I would do.
So needing a 6. No.
I am going to shoot. Because I have other plans. So 5s.
Yep.
One.
Yep.
It's another pin.
D2 pins.
D2 pins.
Uh-huh.
2.
2 pins.
But it's not going to do a wound because that was my 6. So,
So 5 to wound. Nope.
just pins. Pins, pins,
They
pins.
are at 6 pins though. I'll do a rally. They're missing the NCO, so it'll only be on a 9, I believe, because it's a morale check. Yeah, so it's still it's a 9. They ignore the pins. They don't ignore the.
They ignore the pins for the rallies.
Yeah. Oh God, nothing's working out. I'm just gonna leg my medic to somewhere where it can be useful, somewhere over here, because you can't capture stuff. So jump up out of his hidey hole.
No, it's just been fully stationary this entire
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
So he'll go 11 there and then 12 to there. So leader's just gonna shoot at them. They get cover. Short range though. So we one shot at 5. Hit.
Nice. No.
No wound. Next. So these assholes will just move and shoot at the zombies.
Are they within 6?
Yeah, they will be if I move everyone.
Do they get an automatic pin? They don't. It's just
It's if you charge.
it's if you charge. Alright, cool. And it's but if they make a morale check, then it's at -1.
So 6 shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Needing 4s. 2 hits. So yeah, another 4 shots from rifles needing 5s.
Oh, nice.
2 more. So it's a total of 4 hits.
And wounding on
Needing
a
3s. 2
2
wounds.
wounds. I'll try and do my saves. It's one of them.
save. So 1 kill.
Alright, I'll pick a guy off.
The guy up in the building is going to shoot these guys down here.
Oh, does he have a gun?
Yeah, he has a gun.
Alright.
It's just the mortar spotters that don't. It's just a rifle. So
Oh,
it'll
cool.
be, I guess,
Blank. No movement.
4, because it's hardcover.
Ah, yeah, true.
And it's
That's
cocked.
definitely cocked.
That's a hit.
That's it. That's
it's
a fucking wound.
So
Does it matter anyway? But
5 plus. No.
fucking
1 kill.
dude in the window.
Yep.
So I'm just
Oh,
gonna
yep.
run the medic out a bit.
So this is like low battery and overheating. So just in time.
So you run up.
Yep.
That's a run, and that's the end of the round.
Yeah.
So clean up. No one's on ambush.
All right, turn 5. I've still got the aircraft circling the skies. Let's see if it comes in. Yeah, it does. So this time I won't forget to do all the attack trajectory, pin sprinkling as before.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's the good plane that can actually take this bastard out. So it's a ground attack aircraft. Well, the target of the aircraft takes D3 pins.
2 pins.
So that's 2 pins. Place a 4-inch HE template on the target, so it won't affect anyone else, so you don't need that.
It's pretty hectic.
So it's plus 4 pen value. Armored targets are hit on the top. That doesn't matter with the walkers because they're armored the same all round.
Yeah, but with 4 pen, I think it's probably.
But plus 4 pens, pretty damn good. Before I roll that though, I've got a Slappy's length where anything from the other point takes D3 minus 1 pins, and he takes D3 minus 1 pins, and anything within 6 of him, if that makes sense. So I could either do it there or do it there. I think they ignore pins, so that's obviously the no-brainer. So yeah, the other end will be like there.
So
Like
yeah,
so.
medic and the other dudes.
I think the medic will be fine. Anyway, so I'm going to roll. So that will be 1 pin on them.
1 pin.
And then you roll on this guy again. Ooh, another 2 pins.
So even if he lives, he's not going to be doing too well. There we go. 4 pins currently.
And then, is he within 6?
No.
No, he's not.
Is the medic within 6? No.
Of this guy?
No.
Nah,
That doesn't really matter
that's
for anything.
really far. Cool. And then it's a plus 4 pen. So his armor value is 7, so I need a 3 plus. 3. It's only superficial damage though.
Oh, right.
So it's minus 3 to the damage roll. 1. Well, he gets an extra D6 pins.
D6.
No, 1 pin.
Oh, that's cooked.
I know.
All right, fine. Fair
But 1 is crew stunned. So that guy basically gets a down order. So he survived, but he got really, really rattled. So the plane did all right. Everything else sucked, but I'll say this one thing, this game, usually the planes hover around, do nothing, or just friendly fire, which is the worst.
All right, so who gets the first shot?
First die, it's the Germans.
I shoot another mortar shot at them with a 5 plus to hit. So, aiming for a 5 plus.
No. Next die, it is I.
Yes.
These dudes will keep shooting, but they're going to move again to get closer to that.
Oh,
Every
try and-
point counts.
Yeah, get to the...
So we've got these paratroopers here moving, and they're going to just keep moving like so.
He counted long, he counted loud, he waited for the shock. He felt the wind, he felt the cold, he felt the awful drop. The silk from his reserve spilled out and wrapped around his legs, and he ain't gonna jump no more.
So that'll be everyone at point blank. So that'll be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 shots. Alright, so no movement penalty. Point blank, hard cover. So
5?
net minus 1. So it'll just be a 4 plus.
Oh, because point blank. Not
Yeah, 'cause that
short
gives you a
range,
plus
not regular
1.
range, but just short range.
Ah, so many 1s. And 3s. That's a horrible roll.
Oh, like threes don't hit. Fuck me.
I think these guns were supplied by the Nazis to these guys. And one potential kill, which will probably get saved if we watch this. No, one kill.
Jesus.
So, next die goes to...
You.
Oh, the USA. Well, before he dies, I'm going to fire with that artillery at those dudes there.
Oh, fuck
It's going to be a Hail Mary, but if I hit, I'll f them up. I've got old mate here, but his bonus is cancelled by zombies. So he's got 1 pin, so he needs an 8, essentially. Which isn't horrible, but, you know. Oh, no. No, it's just not happening today.
And it's you again.
Allied mortar, the US paratroopers mortar, the spotter is going to fire. Or initiate
Grenadiers.
the next round, needing a 5. Okay, so the Grenadiers are going to stand and shoot at these guys.
I'm going to move and shoot. I'm going to try to anyway, but they got a pin, so...
Alright, so make your check. Needing an 8. Six.
Happy days. So, I'm going to shoot a rifle grenade and everything at them. So, we'll start with a rifle grenade. Hitting on a 6.
So 6. It's a surprise.
Didn't matter.
So that goes back to 5 over here.
So we'll start with the LMGs, which are going to be within short range, surely. Yeah. So they're moving light cover. So LMG's light cover,
So it's just
regular range.
So it's just movement and light cover.
So that's 5s.
Yep, 5s.
The rifles will be at 6s.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
4 hits.
That's a pin.
Finally, hit them. And so 4 riflemen at 6s. It's 1. So we've got 5 hits total.
5s to wound. Come on, veterancy.
That's
Yeah, this is stupid.
3 wounds with 6s.
It's like diametric opposite rolls today.
Really
I guess this is making up for your Mordheim rolls.
yeah, no doubt. So that's 1 special kill,
Yeah.
which I'll take out your NCO,
Yep.
and then 2 more casualties.
So 3 in total.
3 total.
Nice shooting. Alright, so next die is
You.
the US of A.
Yeah, see.
And
Guy in the window.
yeah, pretty much, you read my mind. So little guy here with his rifle is just going to try and get another headshot. One of these,
Contained him before.
he did. So I'll put the fire order on him like so. And no. Alright, next die.
Okay.
The Germans.
The Germans. So they are going to advance. So, bloop.
Oh yeah, they don't have any pins.
Nope.
So it's just -1 for movement and -1 for cover.
5s.
Do I go down with these guys? They need to rally, otherwise they're just going to get charged by the zombies next turn. Oh wait, no, you got those 2 chumps behind the hedge there.
Even if they weren't, they're like half on the thing. They would only be able to go.
Oh, the
forward
rough
anyway.
ground.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, I don't care. This way, there's like 2
That's
dudes
fine, they're
just like-
guarding that thing, that was their job.
They did it. I can't
Okay, so
believe
-1 for movement, -1 for cover. That's so hard.
What the f*** is that?
Yeah. I should have gone down, but they're just in a...
Okay, so we're looking for 5s. I still got a bunch of 1s.
So that's another pin, they're at 7.
So we're looking
If you can get
at
3 more,
this
they'll
many.
be completely suppressed and run away.
Suppressed. So quite a few hits. 5s.
Yeah, so wow. Wow.
So that's 5. So
Well, all I got to say is I'm happy for you because normally you roll like dog shit.
I know.
So
it's
I'm
bound. Happy.
It's bound to change one day at least, and today is that one day.
So 5 wounds.
So no exceptionals, but 5 wounds. I already added the pin, so that will definitely be a morale check.
Yep.
1, 2. Oh, it doesn't matter really. 3.
Just
4,
leave the machine gunner.
and 1 other chump. 5. All right. Because they're stubborn, paratroopers don't give in easy.
Oh, right.
They ignore all the pins, but they still get the -1 from the missing NCO.
Fucking
So
hell.
they need a 9. They want a 10. Yeah,
Finally.
I think that's just God saying, look, it's time to pack it in. Okay, so the next die is German.
And they are charging.
And the zombies will charge these chaps here.
Yep.
So that puts a pin on them. This time I won't forget that it's -1 to their shooting.
Outstanding.
Because if they don't shoot, then they'll act after the zombies because of the horror rule. So I'll just move them for you. Just pop them like so.
I mean, yeah, they could just die. It doesn't matter. I wouldn't mind them ending up a bit further to the right, your left,
Yep.
because then they can charge the one guy with the artillery who won't do anything. But that's totally fine.
All right, so the totenkorps charge, hopping, well, I wouldn't say hopping, clambering and falling.
Shambling.
Yeah, face planting over that stone wall. The American boys are going to open fire. Okay, so they're doing the point blank fire with the -1. So point blank, they'll need 3s. So 1, 2, 3 misses. So then wounds on a 3 as well. So 1, 2, misses again. 6s are ignored as far as exceptional damage goes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So make 5 saves. One save. So
we've got
4 kills.
4 kills.
So hang on, before you take them away. Actually, no, you do take them away now because it happens in a phase
Happens before they come.
Yeah. So 4 of those are blown away. Pew pew pew.
He's got a cool hat.
Kill him.
5 plus?
So you need 5s. Yep.
Alright, so we've got 2 wounds.
That had to be 6s.
Let's see how
So
we go.
roll again. No.
So just 2 dead.
So 2 dead. It'll be 1, 2. I will break off and consolidate because it's my understanding that I'll go last from this point onwards in hand to hand. So 6 will get him there. I remember we were discussing that to claim that you only need to be right on the edge here.
Yeah.
I'll be within 3, so that's exactly what I'll do. So even if these guys are good where they are now, no matter what the zombies do, as long as they don't wipe them out, or I guess...
Kill enough of the people on the end there.
Or just, yeah. Yeah, okay, so next order die.
Nick Minute, it's you.
That's me, neck minute.
You got your leader there. You
Yeah,
can
my
have a shot.
leader's just going to move to point blank. Take a shot. So it'll just be 2 plus. Yay.
Easy done.
I saw that one wink at me. And it's a wound, so you need a 5 plus. Can you get that guy? Yeah, bam, he takes another zombie down. Yep. Bye-bye, Klaus. Deutschland.
These guys are going to move. They can only move 6, we figured out, yeah?
Yeah.
They're in the forest. Whoa, that's way heavier than I thought he'd be.
Yeah, he's metal.
Big metal base and shit too, right?
No, the base isn't. The body's resin and the legs are metal, and the legs is what gives it all that weight.
All right. That's that done.
Yep. So the German MG team just shuffle that way.
Shuffleophicus.
Well, yeah, technically I guess they run, even though you can't run through that, but yeah.
Mate, they can't shoot, but
Yep.
I don't know.
I'm going to try and activate these guys. They're going to run to glorious death. So they're missing an NCO, they have a pin, base 10, so it becomes an 8. Wow, I actually made it.
Nice one.
So get
Gonna
rid
make
of
a big
that.
deal.
Yeah, they're going to just charge those guys. Just 'cause it's
Like
fun.
charge.
Yeah.
Classic.
So I should be able to make it because it's 12. So 12's there.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't think it really matters at this point. I'm just doing it because it's a cool way to go out swinging. In case the dice do...
The case the dice gods favour it over something else.
They choke. I mean, you've got this guy here waiting in the wings. Anyway.
Yeah, so that is even if they are successful, they may end up obliterated.
All right, so what I'm thinking about is, do I do the shooting? Because if I do, any kills he can potentially save, the medic. But if I choose to go hand to hand...
Oh, the medic can't do anything.
He can't save you for that.
Okay, that's interesting.
It's a technicality, but I just thought of it, so... Look, I'm just going to go for that, because you're probably going to blow them away anyway, so...
We will see.
So, yep, you're going to do the point-blank fire. 2 pluses.
2 SMG. Oh, so it's just 2 pluses for
everything,
all?
yeah. Pretty sure you ignore cover and stuff like I did over there with the zombies. So just 2 misses.
2 misses.
Yep. Freedom! Yeah, they're gone. Wiped off the face of the earth.
So that was a 6.
And so, yeah, with that...
And it's 5 pluses, right? So we've got 6 deaths.
Yeah.
Do you have 6?
No.
Okay.
So shake on it, because I think with that, that's a gory and violent ending.
Well, that's it. I should have observed the golden rule of these sorts of scenarios. Focus on 3 of the objectives and go hard at them. I instead spread myself thin and went for everything, and consequently retained almost nothing. So much for the inaugural battle of the US Airborne. Maybe next time they'll do better. If you made it this far, I thank you very, very much indeed, and of course, a very special thanks to the patrons of the channel for their generosity. Please consider joining their ranks and click on that link on the screen. Until next time, take care and farewell.